Alrighty. G'day, folks.
G'day. Welcome back to the most true blue Aussie fair dinkum podcast. Get it up ya ever.
Go.
We are recording today from Penrith.
I can't say that.
What?
I swore in the first 10
That's right.
seconds
We'll beep it.
Oh, I do this every time.
That's all right. We're recording in Penrith today.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my bum bag. Oh, and I forgot my pills.
Oh,
Damn it.
I have not assaulted anyone at a train station today. That was on my to-do list. When you're in Western Sydney, that's what you wake up and do.
That was literally on my Penrith bucket list.
I know.
Was wake up and stab a pensioner. Damn it. Oh.
That's right. We'll make up for it. We'll go steal something from the Hog's Breath Cafe tonight.
Oh, that's good. That's culture. That is actually culture right there. Anyone
so
from
weird.
Penrith would be like, yeah, that's home.
You guys get it. No, the Penrith shows were great.
Yeah.
We did the Panthers Club, which is like the rugby league club.
I'm not going to lie. When I got told that we were doing a Panthers Club, I was like I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting what it was.
We've done two. The Bathurst one was called the Panthers Club as well.
Yes. So that's what I was like. I was expecting a ballroom setup.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. It was freaking hot though. We got in there and I was like, geez, someone is blasting this heater. I wonder what it's going to be like when 1,000 people rock up in this room. Sure enough, the hottest thing I've ever been in. I felt like an ice cream.
There's a photo of me before the two shows and after the two shows, and I legitimately look like I've lost like a kilo in water weight.
You've just sweated it out.
I have really defined cheeks and I look like a cracky at the end.
Oh, well, you blended into Penrith perfectly, didn't you?
It's actually not that grim.
No, it's not actually that grim. I keep saying it like this, but it's actually not that bad.
No.
We haven't actually been to the train station and stuff yet, though. And we are technically, I can't say the street name that we're on. Why would I do that? Well, we're about to go. Yeah. We are staying on a place called Tent Street.
Mm.
So.
But it's houses. It's not like Skid Row or anything.
Well, it might have been. Once upon a time. Anyway.
Yeah, but
Hi.
Tour's been going very well. We finally had a night off after 13 nights in a row straight of shows.
Yeah.
Most of them were doubles. So I think I've done over 20-something shows in the last 2 and a bit weeks.
Oh, you're looking at me like I know. Mate, I'm in this with you. I've just been rocking up every night.
Meg's just been slinging T-shirts left, right and centre.
Yeah, just throwing them at people.
Yeah. You're
literally. There was one time where I accidentally threw something at someone and I was like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, that's okay. Efficient. I like it.
Good.
Yep.
So we finally had a night off. We were in Penrith. We went into the CBD. Someone told us Vivid was on, which is the big light show on the Sydney Harbour where they put projections on the Opera House and,
they just light up the streets.
For overseas listeners, it's the one of the sets of Finding Nemo.
Is it actually?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the Vivid was one of the sets of...
No, the harbour.
Oh, you mean the harbour.
Yeah.
You mean Sydney.
Yes.
Yeah, right. You're explaining Sydney to international people through the form of a fish movie.
But I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot of them will appreciate that reference.
Yeah.
It's like if someone was trying to describe the Empire State Building to me and I was unsure and they were like, King Kong Building. I'd be like, of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're known for Finding Nemo place. We have the pelicans and the seals. What are they? What do the seals do again? They say the same thing over and over.
What do you mean?
No, the birds. The birds with the seals on the rock in the movie.
In which movie?
In Finding Nemo.
The might.
That's it. Might. Yeah, that's it. What did I do?
You just like, yeah.
That's the same shit.
Alrighty. Well, hey, we went out to a Mexican place the other night and I had a nerd margarita.
Well, yeah, I was getting to it. So, yeah, we went out to Sydney in Vivid. Vivid wasn't on. There was a disco ball at the Mexican restaurant that we went to, and I guess that was it. It had a light shining on it.
Mm-hmm.
We did catch up with a few friends. that they suggested Mexican.
Yep.
We agreed at the time. You know what? Didn't agree this morning. Our bowels.
Oh my God. It's
Holy
carnage.
dooly. This Airbnb copped an absolute belting this morning.
Carnage in the house.
The hallway was a no-go zone for like 3 hours today.
It's still currently a no-go zone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's police tape. Like it's a crime scene.
Yeah.
It's that bad. There's just, absolute carnage.
I had some respect and fucked up the ensuite. You know what I mean?
So respectful.
I didn't do it in the communal bathroom.
Dude, you were farting so much last night.
Yep.
At one point, you almost Dutch ovened me.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hated it.
And then I giggled and said, "Ha ha, get it up, yeah."
Yeah, he did say that. That was how that went. I still
funny.
haven't done mine yet. So who knows? Mine could be the worst of the house.
Yeah, well, all the boys have got in there and taken their turn. Have you, Reese? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got woken up at 6 by your tummy, by the burrito.
Yeah.
The burrito's like,
Quote,
"Rise and shine, motherfucker, we're leaving." Yeah, okay.
Reese was like, yeah, it was either I got up to go to the toilet or I shit the bed.
That's like the definition of nature calling. You are unconscious and it went dring, 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 dring. It's like, hello, oh, we're going to poo now. If we don't get up, it's here on the bed. Your call, Reese. And you were like, all right. Oh, you had a burrito for lunch?
No.
Oh, yeah. That's true. The boys got Guzman for lunch. No, like literally 18 hours after the last one.
Lads, we've been through this. Our stomachs can't handle it.
Yeah.
We're not built for Mexican.
The tour food is getting to a point now where if I have another chicken wrap, I will explode. I feel like I'm single-handedly funding Australia's poultry business on this tour.
How many chickens do you think you've eaten in the last 2 weeks?
I wouldn't.
How many chickens do you think had to die?
It's actually, when you say it like that, it would make me feel guilty if I saw them all in a chicken pen.
I honestly think...
Like maybe like 10.
Yeah, no, I was going to say like 15.
Well, I don't have one whole
think,
chicken.
Yeah, but like whatever chicken you ate, a chicken still had to die and it wasn't the same chicken.
Someone else probably ate another part of it.
Yeah, but you still kind of single-handedly killed 15 chickens. I reckon it was 15.
Maybe. I've had a fair few Parmas, a lot of wraps.
Yeah.
Had a chicken schnitzel burger for lunch today. Chicken burrito last night.
Oh, this dumb mother effer. We went to the shops the other day. Sorry, that was
Me?
That was really, yeah. I'm so sorry. That was pretty harsh. But also, we went to the shops the other day and we bought like a bunch of food and he got lunch for today and it was a beef ragu. And we got home the other night and he forgot to put it in the fridge, so it was completely like warm. And he was trying to convince me that it was fine and that it didn't need to be refrigerated. Mm-hmm. He was like, I can't see anywhere on the packaging where it says that I need to keep this in the fridge.
No, I was like, if you could find me the part on the packaging that says keep refrigerated or whatever, I will throw it out. And then Meg just goes, yeah, it says here in bold, please keep refrigerated all times. And I was like, okay, I'll throw it out. Fair enough.
I actually think like if I wasn't there though, that you might have put it back in the fridge and just pretended that never happened. Mm-hmm. I reckon, would you have actually eaten it?
Yep, and I would have survived and it would have been fine.
There's
it's not
no
like it
way.
was there for a day. It was probably sitting on the bench for like, I don't know, 8 hours or something.
Yeah.
In a cold house. It's not like...
It wasn't cold. We had the heater on.
All right. I was chilly.
You're like, if I'm chilly, the meat's chilly.
Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, yes, we got to get on to spinning the wheel. But this weekend was good. We did have a turn up. We had a turn up the last weekend as well. And what are you hoping for this weekend, Luke?
Probably wind down because we get back from the tour on Saturday. We have to drive home from Canberra. And that's such a brutal drive. Dude, I don't know, look, this obviously doesn't relate to everyone, but there's no place more boring to drive than regional New South Wales and regional Victoria. I would say Victoria takes the cake for dry, barren, flat, most unscenic,
just paddocks,
dog shit paddock drive. The Hume Highway is a barren landscape that I wish upon no one for 6 hours at a time.
It sucks. Anyway, I am hoping for a wind down, but I could have a turn up. I could also go for a turn up. We'll see. Let's go. All right.
Spinning the virtual wheel.
Spin. And it is on wind down. Look at, dude, look at how close that is though.
Oh my Lord. Dude, thank the heavens.
Almost a turn up. It's a wind down though.
I need this. I'm going to have a hot chocolate this weekend.
A hot choco clock.
I'm going to sit down. Okay. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to do nothing. You know, I had a dream the other night where I was sleeping in my own bed.
You were sleeping in your own bed?
So I was dreaming that I was sleeping in my own bed while in another bed. How sad's that?
That's really sad.
Yeah.
To be fair though, the bed that we're in now is actually quite comfortable.
It doesn't hit the same.
It doesn't hit the same.
Shit doesn't hit the same.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, when you've got your own sheets and everything, nothing beats it. Nothing bloody beats it. I'm going to have my dog for the weekend, which I'm excited about.
That's good. You know, you've got me used to a real cushy lifestyle at home. And I don't appreciate it. The thread count of our sheets is
Egyptian cotton, baby.
Unbelievable.
Cotton. Yeah.
And now I go to like these Airbnbs, they have normal sheets, which is fine. But it's not fine because now the bar has been set at Egyptian cotton.
Yeah, yeah, I know. For my birthday, I would love some silk, like pillowcases and stuff for my hair. Now, once we go to silk, though, you're fucking done.
Silk's kind of cold, though.
You're done. No, that's why it's good. It's like good for regulating temperature.
We'll see.
But yeah, I get my puppy for the weekend, which I'm excited about.
The most materialistic thing you've ever said.
Absolutely. No.
I want silk. You're literally describing a material that you want to rest your head on every night.
Dude, I've said far worse things.
Like what?
Like I want a fluffy cow.
Are they expensive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A miniature Highland cow.
Why would you want one? You're not going to look at it for 23 hours of the day. You might spend even if you spend an hour a day with it.
I'm so confused. What do you mean? I don't understand.
What are you going to do with the cow?
I look at pictures of fluffy cows and I'm like, this is
go
satisfying.
Away all the time, but we can't have a fluffy cow.
No, once I settle, of course. Not now. Can't get a fluffy cow now.
What do you do? Just hang out with a cow all day?
Yeah, for sure. Once I start popping out little mini-me's.
Yeah, but then...
Mini-me's and yous, you know?
But then...
I got to have a cow there.
I'll have to fucking feed the cow.
No.
It's going to become...
No. I'm feeding the cow. It's going to love me. You can't touch the cow.
Good. I don't want it.
You know what I don't like? I don't like how animals love you. I don't like that.
Because you are so... You want them to love you and they sense your desperation.
Yeah. My dog's the only one who loves that. Like, I swear, every time I'm like out with like another dog or something, or we go to a friend's house, the dog literally loves Luke and Luke's like, ew, get the fuck away from me. Ew, I don't want to touch you. And I'm like, come to me. I want to touch you. And the dog's like,
because they sense your weirdness.
And then it goes over to Luke. My weirdness.
They just want to hang out with someone that's chill and will be relaxed around them. And I'm just like, sure, I'm indifferent. I could pat this dog or not pat this dog. It wouldn't faze me. And they like that energy about me. If you just like chilled out a little bit.
I can't do it. God, I had the most embarrassing shit happen to me like a few days ago. It was so sad. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm so dumb. And I know that you don't like saying that about me. You're like, no, you're not dumb. This was really dumb. This is probably one of my dumbest Meg moments ever. I walked into this toilet and I like was busting to go. So like I just like walked in, kind of like beelined it straight for the toilet and like pushed the door open, shut it. And then I looked at the toilet and I was like, what the fuck is this? This toilet was so fucking tiny. Like it was so small. And I was like, oh my God, like why is this toilet so small? But I was so busting to go that I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to use it. And so I sit down on this thing. It's like a quarter of my ass space. Like I'm barely fitting on this thing. I'm taking a deep squat as well, so it's hard. It's hard to piss in this thing, right? And then I pee in it and I'm like, that was the weirdest fucking toilet I've ever been in. I push open the door and there's a mother and her child standing there looking at me like, what the fuck?
What did you piss in?
And she's like, did you just piss in the kids' toilet?
Oh, it's a kid's toilet.
I literally just thought that this toilet was made. I thought I was just big. I thought I was a giant in that area.
Kids' toilets?
They have kids' toilets apparently. There are places that have toilets for kids.
There's in a lot of male toilets. There's urinals, like say at the airport, that are lower.
They have mini urinals,
like lower on the wall,
like baby urinals.
They're for like shorter people. Yeah, people of shorter stature. Yes.
See, I thought I was like a regular sized here. I was like, man, maybe everyone here is just
how do you think wee man pees?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not just children as well.
No, I just thought like the urinal is like one big thing anyway. So
No. So, you know, like the ones where I'm not talking about the tray.
Oh,
like
you're talking about the ones with the bowl.
It has like the thing on the wall. It's like a little bowl, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there's lower versions of that.
Yeah, right.
I never really thought that in the females there'd be lower version. For a second, I thought you were about to say you pissed in a bidet or like a sink. I didn't know where you were going with that story.
In a sink? Imagine that. I just pissed in the sink.
I was like, have you not identified a sink or like you've pissed in? I couldn't even figure out where you were going with it, to be honest.
I have done that before though. I've pissed in a sink before.
Intentionally?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, so I was on a road trip with all of my friends and we all really, really, really badly like needed to pee, like really badly. And one of my friends had like severe diarrhea, like really bad. And so she like ran into the toilet and there was only like one toilet in the house. And so she like ran into the toilet and she's on this thing for ages. She's like, I literally cannot get off. So my friend was like, fuck this. I'm going to go piss in the shower. So she goes to pee in the shower. And I was like, I don't have a place to piss. I was like, oh my God, there was no bathtub. It was just shower. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? I was like, I'm literally, because I'm listening to all of this piss happening. Everyone's peeing in the house. And I'm like, I'm going to piss myself. So then I look at I clock the laundry sink. And I'm like, I just have to. And so I just pissed in the sink.
Sorry to be graphic, but how do you even get up there?
Dude, it was hard because it was one of those deep ones, you know, like the deep sinks.
Yeah. Did you have to sit on it?
I parked my ass up on it.
Similar to if you were trying to photocopy your bum?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I almost I had to like hold myself up as well. Otherwise I'd fall in the sink and get stuck because it was quite deep.
That would be funny.
And so it was very funny.
Having to get your friend to fish you out with your pants down in a sink would be humiliating.
It's quite literally that would be very humiliating. But yeah, you know when you like really need to pee and then someone makes you laugh and it just makes it so much worse. That is what happened. It was just a very funny situation.
Yeah, I don't even have any good pee stories because I've just peed in so many places that they blend together.
Well, when guys do it, it's easy because you just whip it out. But when a girl has to do a wee that's not in the toilet, there's like something. You're doing it for a reason, and it's not going to be pretty.
You know what we were talking about the other day in the car? We all pulled over to just piss on the side of the road when we were driving. And we were thinking like we were just in the middle of nowhere in like this outback town, probably 200 kilometers either way from the nearest place.
Yeah.
Like that's Australia when you're touring around. You just end up in the bush.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the roads that we go on aren't properly built. To get to some of these places.
They're barely roads.
Yeah, like they have potholes. It's like I feel like it'd be maybe, well, I've never toured America, obviously, but I just feel like going town to town in Australia is like a different vibe once you hit inland New South Wales.
I just remembered the story of the roadkill.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that after this. So we were like on the side of the road and then we were just kind of pissing in a bush and then I was just like, do you reckon Jimmy Carr pisses on the side of the road? Because like he just did this big tour in Australia, and you cannot fly to some of these places.
Yeah.
Like you have to just drive around. Like, do you think that like these big celebrities who do tours and stuff like that, like, do you think they're just also pissing in the bush?
I think it's a very, I don't know. A yes?
And then Alex was like, he probably jerks off on the side of the road. He's Jimmy Carr. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He literally avoided tax, didn't he, for like a long time?
I don't know. Did he?
Yeah, he got in big trouble.
Oh, shit. In Australia?
No, in the UK.
In the UK, right.
Yeah, it was a big scandal. From memory,
like,
that's like, I don't know the full details. I just remember that was like, he did something.
I think pissing on, I could be completely wrong here. For some reason, I think pissing on the side of the road, like for guys, is a very Australian thing to do. It's a very like, I don't give a fuck, you know, like.
I think that's just wherever. Well, it's also just like we're more spread out. In Australia, like in the UK, there's so many people that live in such a small place.
Just piss on the side of the road.
Yeah, when we were driving around, I was like, I don't want to piss on the side of the road because it's just highly populated and I feel like I'm exposing myself. Whereas like the only thing looking at your cock is like maybe a snake and a tree.
Like a dead wombat on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it's turns out it's Meg's new favorite pastime to intentionally just collect wildlife with the car. Dude, there was a dead wombat?
No, it was
kangaroo?
A kangaroo.
Dead kangaroo.
Told Vibu had the same issue.
Because he drove over the same thing?
No. He was like, I had to drive off the road. And he was like, I swerved off the road. He was like, I was going to go over it. He was like, it was a dumb thing. But the only reason why he did it was because he was in the Bixie, the Mazda.
Yeah.
And I was like, in the van, you can't do that. But anyway.
So it's the kangaroo's in the middle of the road, right?
Bang,
so it's
massive kangaroo.
on the line that's dividing the two lanes.
Yeah.
Which means that, but it's because the kangaroos are so wide, it means that the right wheel would have definitely collected it either way. So then Meg goes, no car's coming the other way. So Meg tries to go over it so the kangaroo goes under the car. Like, so she avoids it with the wheels, but it's just drives straight over the top of the kangaroo. What she didn't factor in was the height of the kangaroo was like larger than the car is high up off the ground.
Yeah.
So we just drive over the kangaroo and the car goes, "Ga-dunk," and I just go, what the fuck was that?
I look out the back as well. As this happened, I look out the back and this kangaroo has just been churned up and quite literally puffed out the back, completely shredded it.
Blender, mate.
I put it through a blender and then it just shot out from the back of the car. And from Luke's perspective, it looks like I've intentionally...
It looks like you went out of your way. You drove into the middle of the road just to go dunk over it, and then you go back into the lane normally.
Looks like I've intentionally drove over this kangaroo.
I reckon if you had just slightly diverted the car left, you could have just avoided it altogether.
Nah, because I in the van as well, because...
Or you might have gone over the tail of it.
No, because it was all loose gravel on the side. So I would have had to drive off the road going 110 in a van. It's too heavy. The tires would have spun out. Like even the Bixie, even Vibu said that it was like dodgy. He was like,
the Bixie, by the way, is my Mazda.
I know. I said that before. I was just like, I can't fuck up the wheel and I don't want to get into an accident on the side of the road.
So instead you risk fucking up the axle and everything important underneath the van.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was what I did. And I was like, oh, it's just going to go over the top of it. No.
It's not a frog.
We currently have kangaroo probably at the bottom, stuck in the bottom.
Oh yeah,
of
there's
our
probably
car.
like in, you know how Bogans put like kangaroo ball sacks on the tow bar? We probably have a real
ball
one.
sack in the bottom
Just
of the car.
Dangling off the van right now.
Well, Vibu's taken it back, so it can stink up the warehouse.
That was wild.
Yeah. So I was going to say something else before as well, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cool.
I
went online. I have some questions that I saw during the week that I want to ask you.
Okay.
I saw these on the internet. Now, look, one of them's a bit of fun and one of them's maybe a little more existential. So you can choose which one first. Would you like the fun one first or like the one that might get deep?
want the deep one first.
Okay, cool. And we'll end with the fun one. Would you rather get $1 billion or solve one of Earth's biggest problems? It's like you could solve cancer or war. You could like fix the Marvel franchise at the moment.
The Marvel franchise, that's the one
That's one of Earth's biggest problems at the moment is Phase 4.
Yeah, 100%. I would choose probably the one that I'm like it definitely.
So it's pretty much just would you be selfish and be rich?
No.
Or would you try and help the world?
Yeah, try and help the world.
See,
sure.
I saw another one that was similar, and this one I think I would choose to help the world, but then the other one I was like, nah, selfish. The other one was, would you rather $1 billion or you're like poor, but humanity as its whole has the ability to travel at light speed around other universes?
We don't even know what is around other universes.
Exactly. So you just go the $1 billion because that might be disastrous.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know like what kind of aliens out there.
Yeah. You could start an intergalactic war that
there
way.
might be a whole planet full of Vin Diesels.
Yeah.
But they all hate us.
But they just drink Coronas.
Yeah.
That's how that's their like life source.
Might get bottled by Mexican beer if you go to another galaxy. Or you might get like run over in like a muscle car. With a guy grunting at the wheel.
That would be pretty.
But he's trying to deliver dialogue, but he's like, it's all about family.
It's like the Spider-Verse, but just Vin Diesel verse.
So I think that's dumb if you choose the light travel one. That's why I would choose Boondocks and that one. But this one, currently on Earth, I think in a serious level, I would probably stop cancer. That feels like a big problem that's going to be hard to solve.
Yeah.
Whereas like maybe Disney could just employ some new directors.
Right.
But that's still a big problem because I'm off Marvel now.
I don't know. I feel like I'd do something like the climate crisis or something. You know, I'd like reset Earth without obviously resetting us.
That one's hard to solve. So like at least
I don't know how. That's why I don't know how to solve cancer either.
But like for example, like say if you did figure out how you could probably implement that. Like say if you clicked your fingers and you solve climate. Like all of a sudden you would click your fingers and then the petrol car that you use every day wouldn't be in your garage anymore. You'd be like, fuck.
No. As in like you just reset it. So I'd just reset the kind of like universe and then we'd fuck it up again in the next, however many years. But at least you get more time.
But if we reset the universe, then all the things that we created.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying the climate. You reset the climate.
Okay, sure.
Back to its like normal state, clear up all the pollution, all the oil spills, get everything nice and clean, and then we'll fuck it up again, but at least we'll have a bit more time.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay. Or you could choose the $1 billion and then give half of it away doing good and keep $500 million.
Nah.
I would never know what I would do with $1 billion. Like people always say that like what would you do if you won the lottery? That's obviously not $1 billion, but say like $1 million, I would just know what I would do with. I would buy a house. $1 million these days isn't as much as it used to be.
Isn't.
So I was like, I would just buy a house and not have a mortgage. That would be what I would do.
That'd be awesome.
But if I had like $100 million, once you buy a house, you kind of have to keep a lot if it's a big house to maintain it.
Yeah.
And then like I wouldn't buy a jet ski.
No, I don't understand that. When people get rich, they buy fucking jet skis. Like, just hire one for the day and then you'll be like, cool,
be bored of it.
Done. You'll get bored. You'll get so bored. I'm
not into cars either.
I would travel the world in luxury. Buy a house, like a farm or like a, a nice property.
Why are you on a farm, dude?
Yeah.
You're going to upkeep it.
Yeah. Well, you've got the fucking money to pay a gardener, don't you?
Oh, but then you have to do a budget forever. This is where it gets boring.
No. And then you've got $1 billion, dude. I'd keep like 500 million of it. Way less money. Who am I kidding? I'd keep way less and then I'd just give away the rest.
Anyway.
Anyway.
All right. That was like the kind of existential one.
Oh, that was the Yeah, right.
Because that one you end up.
Oh,
talking
I
about.
want to know what the fun one was.
Would you rather be forced to live with frogs for a month or have to eat a frog once a month? Now, hear me out. Option 1 is you must live in a frog colony in the wild, in a swamp, live as they live, with no furniture, indoor comforts. You become a frog. You know, like how Mowgli was raised by the
wolves. You're raised by
frogs for a month. Or this is if you want to choose to eat the frog. It can be cooked, but only by an employee at Taco Bell, and you must find one to do it every time.
Well, I mean, if you get a regular, I would eat the frog because
once a month for the rest of your life, you'd rather eat a frog.
Well, apparently frogs taste like chicken.
I would rather live with the frogs for a month. I would do the emotional.
Wait, so it's not live with it like every day for a month?
1 month and you get it out of the way. You live with frogs for 1 month, or you have to eat a frog once a month forever.
Forever. Oh, I definitely go with
that torture after like the 10th frog where I was like, I don't want to eat another frog.
What if you like the frog though?
And it becomes like a delight once a month.
It is. It's a delicacy in so many cultures.
Well, not in my culture. In my culture, I would rather live with frogs instead of...
What has this podcast become? These are the questions that we're asking now.
It's interesting.
I mean, yeah. I would definitely live with the frogs.
All right, well, so say...
I want to try frog now, though.
Snails is a delicacy.
Yeah, I want to eat snails.
Would you rather live with snails a week or eat one snail once a week for the rest of your life?
Eat snails.
Once a week?
Yeah, I want to eat snails really bad. I might not like them, but I'm pretty sure I will.
I'm such a fussy eater that I would rather live with snails.
But you've never eaten snails before.
But I just think I get a good bit out of it.
No, because like the ones which are filled with garlic butter and that are like herbed up, and they look so fucking good. Like when you see, have you seen snails in like France and stuff?
Yep.
How good do they look?
On the plate?
Yeah.
No.
They look so
What's it
yum.
called? It's called something else. It's called like it starts with E. Like the dish is called. It's
they're not just snails.
No, it's called something.
Snail. You know, my mum, when she went to, she went somewhere in the world one time. I think it was like Paris or something.
It's called.
She got tricked.
Escargot.
Escargot. Yeah, my mum got tricked into eating pigeon, and then threw up in the middle of a restaurant.
Pigeon is gross. That's a gross bird to eat. It's like a bin bird.
She was like, they got one of those tasting things where it was like the 5-course meal.
It's like eating the rat of the sky.
Yeah. But apparently they breed them specifically to cook.
Right.
And yeah, she ate it and she liked it. And then they were like, she was like, oh, what's this? Because it doesn't really taste like chicken, but it doesn't taste like anything else. And they're like, oh, it's pigeon. And then she threw it up in the middle of the restaurant.
Yeah, right.
I'd go for pigeon. What's the most you would eat? Would you eat like a tarantula? If someone was like, what, like, if they put like a stick of ants or something in front of you, would you try it? Or would you be like, there's no way? I wouldn't eat bugs.
No, I've eaten an ant off a tree before live.
Live?
Like,
why?
No, like in the Northern Territory, I was on a tour in Kakadu and it's like sugar ants off the tree.
Oh, was it sugary?
They were like, oh, you can try one now. And like I just grabbed one off and I did eat it. But no, I wouldn't go to like probably one of those. Like I remember walking past the markets in Phuket when I was in Thailand, and I walked past all like the fried bugs and all that they were selling. And I was like, no chance. Yeah. I'm rolling the dice on that.
I do understand how it's got like a lot of protein and stuff in it, and they're good for you, but I just can't do it.
It's just one of those things where I understand people go like, oh, I want to try that before I die. And I'm like, I could die so happy, full of joy, never eating a tarantula.
Yeah.
And I would not feel like I've missed anything.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I think it's the hair for me. Like when they don't actually like get the hair off them properly.
Right.
Like sometimes they don't shave them down. They just leave them hairy.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it. And I know that in some cultures that's really rude to do, but I draw the line at that.
Right.
I cannot. It's like equally as gross as when you like snot rocket in front of me.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. Anyway, sorry.
Slut rocketing's good though.
No.
It's good for the soul.
No, I heard Harry. Who did I hear the other
Harry
day?
Styles got paparazzi doing a snot rocket. Tonya was telling us.
Tonya was telling us. That's really funny.
Yeah. Do you know how many girls would like just get under that with their mouth open? Just if Harry Styles did it.
Oh my God.
Dude, didn't girls try and eat the fork that Justin Bieber ate on? Like remember when he ate in Australia and then like at a restaurant and then girls he left his cutlery on the table and like girls were like swabbing it for his DNA and shit.
Oh my God.
Dude,
ladies, what's happening here?
Harry Styles loogie would be worth a premium. I reckon you could get like upwards of $200 for a Harry Styles booger. What do you reckon mine will be worth?
I don't think you've hit that yet. I don't. I honestly don't.
I reckon
think
like someone would pay me $100 to not do it.
Yeah. It would be me.
So mine's negative.
It would
100.
be me.
Yeah.
I'm giving up. Please, Luke, take $100 now to not do it.
Mine's negative 100.
Negative 100. You've been paid, or someone's been like, "Oh, can you send me your socks?"
Yeah, that came through the email the other day.
The other day?
Yeah, some freak, and I'm happy to say freakazoid, came to my show, I forget where, sent us this email, called you bodacious in the email.
Stop it.
And then at the end,
wait, what is bodacious?
It means like
super sexy and like.
It means attractive.
Let's go.
Yeah, they said your bodacious girlfriend. And then, they asked me for feet pics in the email. It's so weird sending an email.
My feet pics or your feet pics? That's weird, isn't it?
Are you jealous?
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Why?
Because he calls me bodacious and then is like, anyway, I want Luke's feet pics.
Yeah.
Pics or socks?
Pics. Sorry, socks was another time when the guy asked me to drench him.
Yeah.
The guy
he was like, I want you to go for like a run in them and stuff.
Yeah,
and
he's like, I'll pay you more if you drench them in your own sweat.
We literally bought the socks. We were like, well, you know, it's a good way to make money, isn't it?
Easiest $150 I've ever made.
I'm not going to lie. The only time I've ever...
By the way, I didn't actually send the socks.
No, he didn't.
You know what? Not because I didn't want to. I genuinely just couldn't be bothered to go to the post office.
Yeah.
We bought the socks like, oh yeah, this would be funny to do it because it was on the podcast on Luke and Lewis. We bought them and then I went for a run in them and then I just...
Forgot about
left them on the floor because I was like, oh, I'm tired now after my run and I don't want to deal with these socks. So it was the admin. That is fucked up. The only thing that stopped me from sending socks to a stranger for money was just I couldn't be bothered to go to the post office.
That is the only thing.
That's the only thing standing in the way between me and sex work is admin.
Only that would happen with you. Like only you would... The only time I've come close to doing anything similar remotely to an OnlyFans or like an exclusive thing was that foot site where you just take photos of your feet. And I was going to be like something underscore grapple toes. And my thing would just be like holding a watering can. And then it would be like, I'll put like a little hat on my foot.
You should do it.
It's like I basically personify the foot as like it's an actual person. So like, you know, I'll put like a little flower hat on it and it's like watering the garden today and it's like grappling a thing. Yeah,
so for context, Meg's toes, like the only way I can describe it is they go inwards at the end.
They're triple jointed so they look like a finger. So when you like smush up your finger or like do it like a claw, that's what my toe looks like. So it means that I can grab onto things.
You know how like if you look down, like say you're a normal person with normal toes, you look down and your feet are looking out to the world.
Yeah.
Right? Meg's toes are looking down at hell.
It's down.
All the time.
Always. Just
Meg's toes
down.
have have some kind of magnetic pull that is pulling them closer to the center of the earth at all times.
Except for one which is dislocated and it kind of sticks out straight. But it means that toe is actually way longer than my big toe.
There'd be so many people who would want
grapple toe
foot pics.
Absolutely.
But would you do it in like a sexy way or would you do it in like here's me watering the garden?
Yeah, I'd just do like daily foot pic. Like,
why don't you do it?
Yeah. Well, because I thought that you would not approve of this.
I don't care.
I thought you'd be like, ew, no, don't do that. I'm going to break up with you if you start showing your feet for money. I just don't see an issue with there being feet. You know, I think it's funny. If
Neither
anything,
do I.
if I put a pic of a like sincere pic of my foot doing something, and then someone, I get amused at the thought of someone jacking off over that. That is hilarious. Like if you were jacking off over that, like, or like cooking in the kitchen, and it's like wearing a chef hat.
I don't. I don't have a foot fetish, so I don't even see the appeal. So of like someone, it's not a part like of your body.
Yeah.
That I'm not attracted to.
Yeah.
Your feet. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
If anything, I just go, ooh, Meg's feet are gross, and they point to the ground.
Okay, guys, tell us in the comments section, should I start
Yeah, but
an only feet account?
I also think it's one of those things where it's like it's only really worth doing if you're making shitloads.
Yeah.
Like if you're like making like $100 a week and you're fucking bothering doing all this. Put it this way, I'm not also helping you. I'm not gonna like go outside and take pictures of you holding.
What if
It's not something I want to be a part of.
What if I'm earning
creatively.
like upwards of 10 grand a month? Would you actually start helping then?
No, I would just tell you to pay someone because I still don't want to be. It's not a creative pursuit that I want to spend time on. Is like your.
I kind of want to do it
your
now.
watering can feet pics.
I think I could make grapple toes a thing.
I bet it is a thing. Like I bet there will be. I mean, but that's the thing. It is. It's also something that you have to then morally, like, part ways with that thing. It's like, are you happy to be the girl or to be the person that is known for selling foot pics on the internet?
For funny foot pics?
No, that's the thing, because you're like, haha, it's funny, but you know that there's people jerking off over it.
Which is so much funnier to me. Like it's so much, it makes it so much funnier. Because if you're jacking it over a photo that is very evidently a joke, I don't know why that gives my brain
so you wouldn't do like
pleasure. I think it's funny.
Not because I imagine there is. What is a sexy foot pic? Is a sexy foot pic like? Does the girl still have to be in it wearing like lingerie and stuff? Does that make it sexy? Or can you just do like knees down?
No, I think it's like objects. Like for the sexy one, it's like, oh, I'm holding a cucumber.
But or like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. For audio listeners, Luke just put his feet together and
I was just jerking off a cucumber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, right. So the girls like do foot OnlyFans where they like.
Dude, these girls are getting like upwards of 40 grand a month.
See that
for these
I wouldn't like have a problem with you doing that. However, I would be like, you could do anything else with your time. Like I would be like, if I walked into the room and you were like filming this foot vid and you were just like, hey boys.
No, you don't have to talk in it.
Or whatever. And like you're jerking a cucumber. I wouldn't be jealous. I think I would just judge the fuck out of you. Like how I would judge any of my friends if they were doing that.
Absolutely.
Like if I walked in on Blake doing that, I'd be like, what are you doing, dude? So it's like, I think I just would. But I would separate that because to me that's just not at all.
Yeah, dude, that's
like a sexual thing.
I would judge the fuck out of anyone who does that as well.
Yeah,
but I think I don't know. I find it brings.
Reese, you left for a bit, and in the time you left, I'm
starting an only feed account.
Meg's gonna start selling foot pics online.
Giving us the thumbs up. He's like, I don't want to know.
A big debate came up over the weekend with the guys. I was singled out. I didn't appreciate it.
About urination.
Yeah, they thought I was pissing wrong. So we're talking about
how are you pissing? How do you what?
Yeah.
How can one piss wrong?
I do it out my mouth. So they all thought that was weird.
Wrong hole completely.
No, it was to do with the use of the fly on jeans.
Yeah.
So
wait. Can I?
How do you think guys piss if they're wearing jeans?
I think they like go to the toilet, they undo their like zipper, and then you like, is there like a little hole from the undies or something where you like stick your hand in and pull it out? I don't know. Or is it like you like pull it semi down and then you like stick it out of the little zip? But I'd be too scared of getting it caught in the zip like that movie.
That's not a real concern.
Getting it stuck in the zipper?
No, I think one time I might have been super drunk.
And you got it stuck in the zipper?
Not stuck, like it's not still in there. Like,
yeah, you're like, and it's never come out since.
It didn't, like no one made it into a movie starring James Franco.
Yeah,
you know
right,
what I mean?
Wait, so is that,
it was
am I right?
27 hours where James Franco played my foreskin and they had to cut it off.
Stanley knife, a blunt Stanley knife.
It was called Circumcised.
27 hours circumcised edition.
No, so I was under the understanding that everyone was doing this.
But did I?
So if I have a belt on over the jeans to hold my pants up, I will not undo the belt. I'll just go, because that's what the fly's for, right? You zip down the fly and then you use your thumb, I guess, in that zip to pull down your underwear, I guess, put it under your balls and then you can piss through the zipper.
That is
but
what
I don't go through the hole of my underwear.
No, not through the hole. You like push down the underwear.
Nobbies has a hole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, Nobbies doesn't have a hole.
Nobbies don't have a
Sorry,
hole.
I'm just feeling my nuts on the pod.
Yeah, that's a
Bonds
love
do have a hole.
They do have a hole.
Yeah, Bonds underwear has a hole.
So that's why I thought you either push it down or you like take it out of the hole. Wait, how are they pissing? What?
So
wait, you're in the minority?
No. So yeah, like Alex and like Tyler and stuff, like all the other guys on tour are like, yeah, I will undo my belt and then undo my button on my jeans and then undo my fly. Like just have it all out.
Have it all out.
And I'm just
Do
like,
they pull it down?
Yeah, but I just
underneath, but they don't pull their pants down.
Well, that's what Mitch and I were saying because Mitch was the only one who agreed with me. And he's like, what, do you put on your pants at the urinal as well?
Just cheeks hanging out.
I'm like, at what point are you taking off your shoes to piss? Like, you're getting completely naked?
You're like, the whole bottom half just has to be nothing but ass.
Yeah. Like, you might as well just strip down to completely nude and pee
so
if you want to be that
they take down
relaxed.
everything.
My problem with that is efficiency.
Yeah, that's going to take forever. You could then have to pull up all of your pants, rebutton everything, get the belt buckle, put that back on, which can take quite a little bit.
I mean, it's not.
Why are they going through that much effort?
My biggest problem is not the belt buckle. It's actually the jeans button is probably the most annoying. Because standing at the urinal trying to fiddle, like getting that button in could be annoying. It's the whole thing to me. It's the process of like you're making peeing an event.
Yeah.
I'm just getting in there, whipping it out and then whipping it back in, zipping up and I'm off.
So that's efficient to me. I think that, and I think most girls as well will be on my side with this. I'm pretty sure what we all thought was happening. I was not thinking, guys,
we're undoing
belts, buttons, zips, asses, cheeks out.
So you put in the ass cheeks. No one was saying that.
Well, it wasn't.
At primary school, kids were doing that.
I did. Oh, maybe that's why I'm thinking. I did hear at one point though the guys say a story. I don't know if it was one of them or if they had walked in on someone else.
It was me.
Wait, what?
No, I was saying the last time I saw a person with pants down was a disabled person at the footy. Right?
Why did I bring this up?
Yes, that's what.
I'm gonna get cancelled.
No, you're not. That's what's wrong with that? Good on them. They can pee how they want to pee, right?
Yeah.
That you know what? Because there is something awesome about because like I don't know if you noticed this, and I'm not trying to be offensive. This is just like a thing I've observed.
Yeah. People
with Down syndrome don't give a fuck.
It's awesome.
Right?
It's so good.
They don't give a hoot. What people think, man. Maybe we're all missing out on something because I've watched a guy at the footy once just go full on pants down to these ankles, piss at the urinal, and no one said shit.
Nah.
But I feel like if I did it, people might start to go, hey, man.
You can't.
Can you stop getting it all out in public? But I'm like, well, how come he can do it?
I watched a scene in a movie the other day. It was the one with the female jockey. I can't remember what it was, but her brother in it has Down syndrome. And there's this scene where he goes up to this horse and he's patting the horse. He like sneaks over into like the restricted area, and like this guy comes around the corner and goes like, "Excuse me, mate, like you're not like allowed to be here. Where's your qualification?" And he goes, "Oh, I've just got Down syndrome." And then he just keeps patting the horse. And he's like, the other guy's like, "Fuck, I actually like." He does have Down syndrome. Like I can't. That is.
You're gonna kick a guy.
Yeah.
Out,
what are you gonna do? Like,
horse?
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
I feel like it's actually a really good pass. Like,
dude, I reckon criminal organizations should be employing people with Down syndrome to just walk into banks and go into the vaults, and then the people like security guards like, "Hey, what are you doing in here, mate?" And they're like just blatantly stealing them. They're like, "Oh, I have Down syndrome." And they're just like, "Oh, no worries, leave with 500 grand.
That's so fair. That's okay.
What are you going to do? Discriminate?
Exactly.
No, thank you.
Then you're being ableist.
That's not a good look for NAB or ANZ.
No, it is not.
Can we talk about this? You know those moments in the friendship group where you realize that someone realizes, wait, not everyone does this?
Yeah.
The best example ever, last night we went out with Tom and Frenchie.
Oh my God.
And this one blew my mind. I think they've discussed it on their podcast, yes. Maybe.
They've definitely discussed it. They put it out as a clip, I'm pretty sure, as well.
Dude, this blew my mind. So they were on tour together because Tom opens for Frenchie on his tour. And Frenchie was brushing his teeth one night and then went back to bed. And Tom was like, "Oh, that's so weird. Why are you getting yourself tucked into bed when you have to go spit that out?" And Frenchie's like, "Oh, I don't spit." And he's like, "Sorry, what?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't spit when I brush my teeth. I just swallow the toothpaste and the saliva."
And now he's upgraded as well. He's now drinking the Listerine.
Oh yeah.
Now he's guzzling Listerine.
He goes,
well.
"Oh, and here's another thing. Someone told me you're not supposed to drink Listerine." And I'm like, "No shit. It says it on the bottle."
Like, dude, what is happening?
Someone told me. You mean the company? They recommended on the bottle, "Do not consume. It's a gargle."
The only kind of psychotic thing that I do when it comes to brushing my teeth is I don't always put water on it. I will sometimes raw dog it to the point where my saliva creates the lather. Just, I don't know. I just can't be bothered to put it under the water sometimes. Or I might not like the taste of the water. Different places have different tasting water. Like in Western Australia, hate the taste of the water there.
It's such a small amount of water on the toothbrush that you can't taste that amount of water.
Yeah, but I already have sensory issues.
You're also not swallowing it.
I already have sensory issues,
but you're not swallowing it.
It doesn't matter about swallow. It's the taste. I don't like the taste. I already have issues.
You can't taste the water because it's pretty much mint is what you're tasting. The percentage of water to toothpaste ratio is so low that is an obscene reason.
It's kind of like a dirty mint, you know? It's not nice. It's not a nice taste.
But yeah.
That's the only psychotic thing that I'll do. But I've never met anyone who swallows toothpaste and or Listerine.
When you say that at the pub and there's like 10 people at the table, like to Frenchie's credit, man truly doesn't give a fuck. I think he might have Down syndrome.
I think he thinks that. He's definitely on the same level. Like he's definitely thinking that.
The man doesn't care.
The man does not give a fuck.
We were like, "That's insane," and he was like, "Well, I don't care." And he's like, "I've been doing this for my entire adult life." He's like, "As soon as I moved out of home, I realized that I didn't have to spit anymore."
Well, the fact that he did this, I needed to press harder. I was like, I need to know what other shit you've done. Like, I just needed to. And so he was then like, "Oh yeah, the other thing that I've just recently stopped doing is not covering my mouth when I sneeze." And he's like, "The reason why I didn't was because there's this wall at their house where every time he sneezes, he just sneezes on the wall."
What?
And he said that it was like it was turning into an art installation in my house. Dude. Of just disgusting, like fucking grottiness on the wall.
Males?
And he's like, "Yeah, I thought it was pretty gross, so I started just sneezing into other parts and into other places." I'm like, what the fuck?
Males are by far the grossest people on the planet. The fact that he has a sneeze wall doesn't shock me. It's the same energy as remember in Lewis's backyard back in the day when we would all, like Keel and me, Lewis and Ruben, we'd all piss on the same area of the wooden fence every day to try and piss our way through the fence. We were trying to
erode it.
We were trying to erode the fence over time, where we just pissed a hole in the fence, just because it's just bro science.
Dude, there was one time,
and then Frenchie's also in his own home trying to sneeze his way through a plaster wall.
There was one time, right? This is super quick, I promise. But there was one time where my dad loved like his garden at the old house. Like it was pristine grass. Like he loved mowing it. It was his like pride and joy, right? There was one day this patch of just dead grass came up in the middle of the thing. And my dad was like, damn it, like why is this one patch of grass not fucking growing? Like what is happening? And there was one time where he said it, he came indoors and was like, why is this not, it's this one fucking patch of grass? And Tom just starts like laughing hysterically to the point where he was like trying to hold it in and had tears.
That's Meg's brother, by the way.
Yeah, it's my brother. And he ran upstairs and I followed him. I was like, I need to know what the fuck is happening. And he's like, I have been just taking the piss out of this guy for like the last 4 weeks and just pissing on this same patch of grass. Because he found it so amusing that dad couldn't fix it. And dad was like spending so much money trying to fix this one patch of grass where Tom was just pissing on it.
I used to have a piss spot in the backyard.
You had a piss spot?
Yeah, and then didn't used to grow any grass either.
Did you? Was your dad would have been fuming about that?
No, he would piss on it too.
Wait, so you had a communal piss spot?
Yeah, for the 3 boys in the family.
You had a communal piss spot.
It was no chicks allowed. Mum was not allowed to piss on it. I mean, she was, but she just chose not to.
Imagine that. You wake up one morning, you just see your mum popping a squat in the backyard. Shaz is just taking a piss on the piss spot.
You know.
I wonder if this is a normal thing. Did anyone else have a piss spot?
Everyone has a piss spot in the backyard.
Sure.
I've got a piss spot in some of my friends' backyards.
You don't have a piss spot in our backyard.
No, not in your backyard. I've got respect for your family.
No, in our backyard.
I don't go in our backyard. I don't pee in our backyard. But as a kid, I used to spend a lot of time at the backyard. Like,
of course.
Just making cubby houses and
so you were like,
bikes.
ain't nobody got time for the toilet. I don't want to run up the stairs.
But Mum was like, didn't want us inside. We were all dirty. Mum's like, just piss outside. Like, you're not welcome in here.
Go to the piss spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We used to have to enter through the laundry after we'd been out in the mud and stuff. We weren't even allowed to enter through the front door.
Yeah,
once we got dirty.
Yeah, we got quarantined for a solid 4 to 5 minutes of just
if we were really dirty, we have to make ourselves a shit spot. No, that was a little bit. That was a joke. The fact that you took that seriously is insane.
I don't know, because my friend's taken a shit in a bucket when I was in primary school. Okay. So
you need new friends.
Yeah, I did get new friends after that. That was an interesting day for me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of the podcast.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Let us know if you have a piss spot. No, actually, please let us know if I'm in the right, guys. Like, when you have jeans on, do you undo everything?
Yeah.
I didn't realize we're all doing this.
Or do you like pull your pants all the way down? Do you, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
tell us what your method is pissing in at the urinal, or just wherever, really.
Wherever.
What's your routine at the pisser?
This podcast is getting very strange with the questions.
No, I think it's important because like mainstream media doesn't cover these topics, so someone has to. The project's not like, boys, how are we pissing today?
Well, yeah, someone has to.
You never see Waleed on the TV going, do you get it out through the thing in your pants?
We should get awards. I'm just saying, like, someone has to have these hard-hitting questions, don't they?
Yeah.
For the public. Like, it's ridiculous that mainstream media isn't covering this stuff.
The ABC's not doing it. The government's not funding it.
Disgusting.
So, we have to self-fund it. And if you want to contribute to this funding, hey, check us out on Patreon.
Yeah.
All right? It funds these big, important discussions.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it really does. Anyway, on that note, see you later, guys. Wind down this weekend. Settle in. Have a tea.
Take a piss in your backyard.
Yep. Get a new piss spot. Create a piss spot.
Unwind.
All right. Goodbye, Poppet.
Take a shit in your neighbour's lawn.
No. All right. We're done. We're done here.
Whatever relaxes you.
Cut the cameras.
Jeez. What relaxes some person.
Don't relax too hard, though.
No, what relaxes other people may not relax others. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. Good. Beep. That was me cutting you off.
Poo in a fishbowl. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
That one's bad.
Shit. Turn off the camera.